One voted.
WDW After Dark. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. The Disney vidcast for adults.
Oh my God!
Starring Jeff Davis, Aljon Kristen Hetzel, with William Hershey and Eric Allen as the Beaver. WDW After Dark. WDW After Dark. Streaming live worldwide at WDWAfterDark.com. And now, prepare yourself for WDW After Dark.
WDW After Dark. We are live worldwide, and we are spreading the love. Disney fans, Marvel fans, Star Wars fans, assemble. Your Friday Night Avengers are here. The chat room is in full effect. We want you to spread the word about the show. If you would, look what have you, WDW After Dark. You can even feel free to just follow us. And also, what the hell was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I was going to say call our hotline, Jeff Davis. Say it.
1-800-50-GIRLS.
That's right. No, it's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No.
410-98 WDWAD. So feel free to call it. You know, we have this hotline, and we've only gotten a couple voicemails. So, yeah.
Make use of it, you know?
Make use of it. Why the hell not?
Why not? Just do it.
That's right. We're all freaking Disney fans, and this is the Adult Disney website, the webcast, a weekly web show, vidcast, whatever you want to call it, occasional podcast, and if not getting in trouble with the copyright makers at YouTube, we'll have our shows up on YouTube as well for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah.
A bunch of different ways for you to tune in via live stream, of course, WDWAfterDark.com and YouTube on the post on the show delayed broadcast, what have you. But we are here once again. We've got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. Tons of news. Spring is upon us. The snow is trying to melt away in certain parts of the world, in certain parts of the country.
Yeah, right.
Some people, yeah, right. So I tell you what, let's go on to the panel of Disney fans. Tonight are talking heads. We're joined by, tonight, Mr. Eric Allen. How are you?
This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife. Every time you say talking heads, I keep just wanting to start singing that stuff like that, or burning down the house, or
that's good.
The idea.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. So how are you, Eric? There's no snow in your neck of the woods.
Well, not today. There's not.
No, not today.
I do have a little bit of a Whiskey Tango Foxtrot incident to share tonight.
Oh boy!
So I'm sitting there at my desk working, as I am prone to do every once in a while. So I get a call, and it's from my local Walmart, and the guy says, "Do you remember putting in a ticket to win a push mower?" I said, "Well, yes, sir. I remember. It was you were given these ticket the proceeds to charity. I figured, what the heck." He said, "Well, congratulations, Mr. Allen. You have won the fabulous 20-inch push mower.
Oh.
Please feel free to come by and get it this afternoon."
Aren't you the lucky guy, right?
Yeah, I know. So I come in through the garden center, and there's this couple checking out as I come in. And I promise you, all that was sitting there at the register was a watermelon and 6 jars of marshmallow fluff. And I'm looking at this, and I'm just thinking, what in the actual hell are you going to put these together to make?
Oh,
But-
God. What?
But I thought to myself,
Hmm.
some questions really just don't need answering.
I would actually prefer an answer to that question because I don't understand the combination there, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't get that.
All right, if you're watching this video, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it on YouTube or whatever, call the hotline and tell us what you can do with
Yeah,
a watermelon and 6 jars of marshmallow fluff. Because we have no freaking clue.
I haven't heard the term marshmallow fluff in a long time. but
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. I can think of a few things to do with the marshmallow fluff, but
Oh yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
You got to throw in a watermelon in the mix? I don't know.
That's something you're not gonna eat. You're not gonna eat that unless you're on a real diet. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, there is. I mean,
Hold on, Eric. Can you hear this?
Oh, yeah.
I got it.
Those are my teen years right there, buddy boy.
Exactly.
oh my God.
You know, the worst part is I'm so ghetto rigged over here in the studio. I'm like trying to wire this up to my mixer, and I don't know what input is what because all my cords are somehow buried under my console. So I'm sitting here with the iPhone up to my microphone doing this.
We are definitely
This is
on
how
the
we
cutting
work.
edge of technology on this show. No doubt about it.
Oh, for
you know?
sure, man, for
Yeah.
sure. Well, Eric, king of marshmallow fluff. Did you happen to catch that kid that did 3 weeks as Jeopardy champion? Speaking of being a Jeopardy champion.
You know, I try not to keep track of people who win more money than I did on it. Not that
Okay.
I'm bitter, you understand.
See what some of our new viewers and people that are watching on delayed broadcast may not know is the fact that Mr. Eric Allen is a Jeopardy champion.
Yes, I am, and thanks in no small part to a Disney Film Voices category at the start of Double Jeopardy.
That'll do
I
it
was
for you.
ever
Yeah.
so glad that the camera was not on me when they showed that category. Because I was grinning so big it made the Cheshire Cat look like Grumpy Cat.
Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly right. Yeah.
Hello, Alex. I think I will take Disney Film Voices for everything.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
I will take that category. Yes.
I will run
Oh.
that category. I will spank that category like my own personal little bitch.
Oh gosh.
Oh my.
Oh,
That's not tacky. That's decay. Oh, okay. All right. So,
Oh goodness.
well, anyway, yeah, good times. Also joining us tonight, Mr. Jeff Davis. If we, yeah, hold on.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, you see, Aljon's got the sound effects. I just don't have it coming through the. Well, as long as you can hear it, it's fine.
All right, we can still hear it though. Yeah.
So anyway, so Jeff, how was your week?
Oh yeah, it could have been a better week. You know, I've been sick ever since I got back from Arkansas this past weekend, and oh god, there's nothing worse than driving back from, family time and stuff like that, and just feeling like just complete crap. I mean, just
Oh, no.
6.5 hour drive of just hell, pure hell, and it yeah, pretty much there.
Put it down.
Oh yeah, there it is.
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
There it goes.
So yeah, having to get through that throughout the week was a real pain in the ass. But otherwise, good trip home, and got to see some family and a couple of other people. Saw a couple of old friends from high school as well that I haven't seen in probably 15 years.
How is that when you go back and you see? Because occasionally, I've done this before. I've been to a couple of reunions. I didn't go to my 20th.
Yeah.
But I've been to a few, and it's always a little odd whenever you do that, or anytime you see someone from your past you haven't seen in quite a long time, that is, especially the high school crowd. How was that for you?
And actually, it was the same thing for me in a way, because I was visiting my grandmother in the nursing home at the time, and
She okay?
oh yeah, she had a bad fall last week, busted her head open a little bit, but she's doing good.
No.
That's the best part.
That's good.
But there was a brand new wing of the nursing home that she wanted me to see. It was for those who are going through physical therapy, stuff like that. They built brand new rooms and a huge physical therapy room. There are people back there, doing what they need to do. So I'm wheeling her back there because she's in her wheelchair, and we're just checking things out. We get to the very last room, and there's a couple of the nurses, the physical therapy nurses, over there doing some stuff. And one of them, I absolutely knew. I had to look twice. And it was a girl that I went to high school with. I didn't graduate with her. And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and the first words out of her mouth were, "I know you." And I looked at her, and I went, "I know you." And then she's like, I do know you. I was like, "Yes, you do know me." And it was...
Why, yes, you do know me.
Yes, of course. And for a moment there, it was that odd kind of moment because she came over and gave me a little hug and everything. But I'm thinking back in my mind.
Oh, no.
I remember this girl from back in high school, a couple of years behind me. And I remember how she looked back then. She was the petite type, a little shorter than the other girls and everything else. But now that she's, in her, mid-30s and stuff like that, I went, holy crap, what the hell was I thinking? Because, golly, this girl, she just blossomed into a, well... Yes, right there. That's exactly what she.
Win.
Yeah, it would have been if I was a smart individual back then. So, but yeah, still a very good trip. Just came back, kind of sick and still kind of getting over it. But hey, it's going to be a good weekend and a new week, and we'll get through it.
I'm sorry. I accidentally hit the wrong button there.
Once again, another random sound effect on After Dark. So,
sorry.
Yeah. But anyway,
That is
good week.
definitely-
How about you, Aljon? How are things going for you? How was the week off last week from the show and the weekend, stuff like that?
It was actually very busy. I didn't do the show because I was at Playlist Live in Orlando, which is a huge get-together concert event / convention for YouTubers.
Oh, okay.
And
All right.
a lot of YouTube musicians. For example, you remember last week we played Alex G's Disney medley, right? Where she was walking around and everything. So I met up with her, and there were so many people like Toby Turner, the epic rap battles of history. They were there. Auto-Tune the News was there performing a show, so I saw them perform, and they were great.
Yeah.
And epic rap battles of history, amazing. So and it's just interesting because the YouTube community. Some of you out there know that I actually had I'm a musician, and I had performed live and I did other things. Been in a band and toured around and did all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
when you first start out, just like anything else, with a job, or whether you're in radio or entertainment or whatever, even any job, you start out from the ground level. You learn your craft, you earn your stripes, if you will. You pay your dues. You don't start out at the very top level per se. You
Sure.
just hone your craft. You keep on going, right?
Yeah.
Eric, you know this, of course, in your artistic background and everything you've done in your
yeah.
life. So it's interesting to me to see how technology has made it, of course, with the show, our show in particular, we are able to broadcast and do, this kind of, renegade video show as if we were doing a TV show.
I like the word you just used there, renegade. Yeah.
That's what we are.
Because we're not like everybody else. Yeah.
Hell no.
No.
I
Okay.
mean,
We're special.
kudos to everybody else, but
Yeah.
they're not going to sit around and fart around and talk about, whatever. They're not going to talk about making sushi and fart noises all night.
No.
So
Is that what we do?
that's occasionally.
Pretty much.
On occasion. By the way, this is live and uncensored, everybody. So beware of the bombs that we might drop. But these YouTubers come out a lot of them are very talented musicians in their own right, but they have always stayed at home. They perform in the comfort of their bedroom or their living room, and they perform in front of a web camera. They don't have a coffee shop audience or a venue or an auditorium where they're doing recitals and doing all kinds of stuff.
Sure,
no, they're performing in front of the camera, so there is no immediate feedback. But when they finally get that feedback and they get hit after hit after hit after hit, they come to Playlist Live, and they've never once performed in front of a live audience before.
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
So some of them know how to do it because they have, they're like us. They've had that old school experience, but some of them have absolutely no idea. They look like deers in headlights, and granted, they are very brilliant and very funny, but it's a
They're
different
out of
skill.
their element.
Exactly right, Eric. They're out of their element. Fish out of water, trying to swim when they don't even know how to, trying to run before they even know how to walk in a lot of circumstances. So it's very interesting to see some of the people that do it. And of course, working in the entertainment and radio, and of course now working for the guitar company I work for, you deal a lot with artists that have paid their dues. You work, you meet people like the Dave Grohls of the world, and
Sure,
and
yeah.
they are absolutely awesome. They're great, right? Or in Jeff's case, you probably have met some country stars before, working at the country station,
Yeah.
But they know how to tune their guitars. They know what to bring. They know every time you go to a performance, you always bring backups of stuff just in case stuff breaks down. Some of these guys have no idea. So I'm sitting there going, I'm tweaking their guitars. I'm making sure they're all gig ready and everything. They have no idea what to do. They have no idea what to do. So, but to their defense, there are some really talented people out there, and a lot of them do those Disney covers, and they're absolutely brilliant. And hopefully we'll be able to play some more of those Disney covers for you later on in the show. But
I don't know. What do you think our out of element would be? I mean, because we sit here and we do the same thing. We sit behind a camera, we're in our homes or wherever. But at the same time, there's been instances where, Aljon, you've been to Disneyland or Walt Disney World. I've been at Walt Disney World. Eric, you've done the same thing. You guys have done cons on the show. We've done a couple of other. What would be out of element? I don't know what I'm feeling on that as far as out of element for us.
Out of element in terms of what exactly?
What would make us feel uncomfortable, because they're not used to seeing the crowd that they talk to or interacting. We've done 10th anniversary celebrations with, listeners via SR and all this other. What would make you guys uncomfortable as far as, doing this type of entertainment, and actually talking to the people?
How about the five of us? I'm talking about the normal five here.
The crew, yeah.
Sitting on a stage in some theater in front of thousands of people trying to do this show on the fly.
Oh.
That wouldn't make me nervous at all.
No.
Well, you, sir, are used to being up there in front of everybody.
But you know what? You're confident. You know what? Jeff is confident. Kristen's confident. Will is Will, and you are.
I love how you
I just throw that out there. Will is Will. You can't put it any other way.
God bless Will, man. God bless Will. I know he's still sick and he's out of pocket. So, But just because he's not here doesn't mean we won't rag on him.
I can't bust his chops now.
But God bless Will.
But I just like how you just went down the list. It's like, well, you're confident. Jeff's confident, Chris is confident, Will's Will. It's kind of like, wait a minute.
It's
kind of like Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other.
Hey, look, it's done out of love.
Yeah,
and
true.
We'll notice. It's all done out of love because I've hung out with Will. Just like Jeff, we've all hung out with Will.
Oh yeah.
But I think the great thing about this show is that we can be ourselves and we can be a little loose. We don't have to be airtight. It's very much like originally when we started doing this show, this was like the Howard Stern show of Disney video shows, right?
Yeah.
It's loose. It's fun. We're to be ourselves. If things are live, things go wrong. That is supposed to happen. It's live. It's not contrived. It's not one person trying to be super polished, trying to be something that they're not. We are who we are.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. Yeah.
And that's a great thing about YouTube. That's a great thing about live stream and the internet. We are who we are. Damn the torpedoes. You like us, great. You don't like us, whatever. And in terms of pressure, I think that if it was just a group of audience that didn't know what the hell we were doing, yeah, we would probably be pretty nervous. But we're lucky enough that we do have these Disney fans that do understand. Okay, it's WDW After Dark. Damn it, I know what this means.
Okay, how about put Bob Iger in the front row?
Oh, I'd be nervous.
Okay.
No, I mean, I don't think I'd have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. No,
I'd still be nervous. Yeah,
because I mean, the thing is, I look at that like an opportunity to really come across and let him know what we're not the goody two shoes of all the vidcasts or podcasts or anything else, but we just lost our connection. You guys still there? Uh-oh. Just lost everything.
Well, hello, Jeff.
Okay. Wow. It just completely just went.
Man,
and that was the end
the
of
worst
it.
internet.
Jeff Davis has been returned from the Phantom Zone.
I seriously have the worst possible internet ever in this location. I mean, it's terrible.
Holy smokes!
It is so bad.
Holy smokes! That is bad.
Yeah. And now I got to redo everything.
Kind of one of them things. I get out of a bad internet connection into a good one, and you get into a crappy one.
Yeah, I don't understand how it happened, but it did. It just. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's all right.
I know.
Well, at any rate, yeah, I guess if Bob Iger was there, I would be nervous just because I'd be talking in front of Bob Iger, but not necessarily. I don't know. Not necessarily content-wise. I think I get excited, just, when I get in front of people, especially, I'm a little bit more insulated, I think, if I'm in a group. If I'm in a group doing things cool, if I'm, just sitting there by myself, in terms of broadcasts, it's not a problem. But occasionally, when I get up and I'll talk in front of people, especially for work, there's a lot of pressure behind it because you have to get across certain things and you have to kind of, represent a company in a certain way. And represent yourself in a certain way. So I think I feel a lot of pressure on that regard because still, you're still public speaking and it's just like anything else. I always feel the jitters. Even when I go on stage with my band, occasionally, I'll still get the jitters of just excitement, So it's something I don't really talk about is the fact that right before I go on stage, and this has been the case ever since I was a kid, was I tend to get in my zone and I just kind of go off and get into a kind of meditative state. Like I just don't want people to bother me. I just want to focus on what I need to do. And for the next 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever, I just don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
And I just want to be focused. This is what I need to do. And over time, it's kind of, as long as I have a few minutes to myself where I can center myself and kind of calm down, and I'll be able to do it, and I'll be able to put on that smiley face and just go for it. But when I'm with you guys or, when I'm doing stuff with Kristen on, on the show or whatever, it's always good to just have that someone else to back you up. And I know Jeff and Eric, you do your show solo. You don't have that extra person, but, and over the last few weeks, I've been doing the show myself, on Sorcerer Radio. But it's always fun to have that backup. I feel a little bit more at ease with all that.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
If you remember when the Sorcom review started off, it was ensemble.
Oh yeah, that was great though. I tell you, those are still some of my favorite shows we ever did.
Yeah. there are times when I'm doing the news and stuff during the show that I'll get into a really good news story, and there's I'd love to comment on so many different things, but it just doesn't work out for me commenting just myself, because I'd like to have comment here from this person or a comment here from this person, and it's tough. It is tough. So in a situation like that, you just keep on rolling. You just keep on going. Move on to the next story. And I save my comments for After Dark. That's what I tell everybody on Thursdays. I say to them, you know what? You've heard these stories, but you want to hear the comments. You want to hear other details. You want to hear extra information. Come and watch After Dark. And this is where I get my opportunity to, get some of those comments out and everything else, and then get responses from you guys. That way I can talk about it on the next show the next week. So it helps out in the long run. So
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
okay. Yeah. So
yeah, it'll be interesting. It would be really nice to do a geeky panel at some point at a geek fest. Especially with the popularity of Disney within the geek community. I think that would be really neat to do that. Maybe one day we will, and you guys can come up for
I think I know a place where we can probably try it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What would that be?
That would be Geek Media Expo in Nashville.
I think you would be right. I think you would be correct, sir.
When is that? In November?
Yeah, it's in November. Yeah, we actually got invited to do some stuff over there, but it was just too late to get everything together. But I think that would be really cool to actually have a table set up to do a live stream broadcast, if we were able to have the bandwidth. I don't know. I would love to have some of the Sorcerer Radio listeners come to Nashville or come to Orlando at one point when all of us can get together. I hope that would be a reality at some point. It would be great to do a show with everybody.
Oh yeah, just set us up over at Cosmic Rays or over at Pecos Bills or something like that, and turn something on, turn the camera on, and just sit and talk and just have a show right then and there, and have everybody on, and
or even better, the upstairs at Columbia Harbor House.
Oh yeah, that's a good location too.
Because that's the quietest quick service place that I have been in all of Magic Kingdom.
I'll say this. The worst part about that situation is the fact that streaming from the parks has become increasingly horrible. And there was a point in time, guys, remember I used to stream from the park all the time.
Sure.
And I had an iPhone 3G. And it wasn't bad. It was slow as hell, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Now everybody's streaming live. Everybody's tweeting and vining and everything. And now the bandwidth at the park is just hideous. Just like the internet connections at the resorts is absolutely hideous. So it's hard to capture video and upload it there. It's very difficult to do. And
it is.
Even when you're a DVC member, if you're staying at a DVC resort, supposedly they have quicker internet, and I haven't found that to be the case really. So maybe Eric can speak on that. But
well, it wasn't bad. I mean, I have broadcast during After Dark at a DVC resort.
That's right.
Briefly, anyway. But it wasn't bad. But I think it has the virtue of it's not as heavily burdened as some of the other places. It could very easily be the same bandwidth and the same speed, but if there's fewer people using it, it's a smoother experience.
Sure.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So
totally.
It's something to think about then, because this is year number 4 of After Dark. So maybe we make it to year number 5. We plan in advance. Maybe we can do something in the fall of next year or something. Possibly.
If the network renews us.
Yeah. I mean, we could do it from like Ray said in the chat room, from the Beach Club, from the Polynesian. There's a lot of different locations that we don't have to be in the club in the parks themselves. We can be at one of the resorts having drinks.
I'd love to stream live from the Top of the World Club over there at Bay Lake Tower.
Oh,
That's what we're
yeah.
gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be
yeah.
a
That's
very,
what we're
very
gonna do. We're
good
gonna-
choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to broadcast live from top of the world. It's going to be awesome. No one's going to bother us. It's going to be totally
Top of the
great.
world, Ma.
If anyone steals that idea, I'm going to come down and stick a boot straight up your candy ass. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Very nice. Very nice.
You like that? You like that? You like what the Aljon's cooking?
Oh, yeah.
Sergeant
You like
Hogan with the big toes going to see how far he can get up here.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Godspeed,
So,
Harold Ramis. That's all I'm saying.
well, before we get on to our top 5 videos of the week and all the headline news that you could possibly squeeze in to a less than 2-hour show, I have to mention this. We have got this big old meetup. Have you heard about this Disney Epic Meet that's going on that we're doing, guys? Of course you have.
Of course, yes,
course.
naturally.
Well, we're feigning that we don't know, so you'll tell everybody.
Well, exactly. You see, Eric, you're playing along, and I like that. Jeff, you're being
No, Aljon,
you're being
please
truthful.
tell us more about this epic meetup.
I'm supposed to be
Yes.
truthful. I can't help myself.
Okay, so East Coast, West Coast is going to be rocking their Disney side. It's going to be going down for the 24-hour Disney side party, May 23rd through May 24th from 6 to 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Oh my gosh, I wrote my press release wrong. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. May
One
23rd
job,
to May 24th.
Aljon.
Actually,
One
no.
job.
At 6 a.m. It's 6 a.m. from May 23rd to 6 a.m. May 24th. That's what it is. So I did write it right. It just looks weird. Where everyone is invited to join us at the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World, where you're going to be joined by Source Radio DJs, WDW After Dark, and not only that, but also on the West Coast for this 24-hour party. So Disneyland and Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, we're going to be there. So here's what's going to go on. So when you're rocking your Disney side party, they in Disney parks is encouraging you to show up. There's going to have they're going to have attractions and entertainment and services will be available. Park admission is required, of course, but you are encouraged to dress in a Disney costume. Costume should be kid friendly and should adhere to guidelines determined by Disney, which means no one's dressing up like I don't know.
Madam Helga,
A
the
dominatrix,
there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring out the gimp. Costumes should not be obstructive, offensive, or violent, drag on the ground, contain sharp objects, pointed objects, or materials that may accidentally strike another guest, contain weapons or objects which resemble or could easily be mistaken for an actual weapon. So, which is the reason why my Star Wars blasters still have that orange cone on the front of it. I painted them all black.
Can I elaborate on that?
Now go for it.
When they say, weapons of any kind, blah, 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 blah. Let's say you're dressed as a pirate, okay? And you head over to Pirates of the Caribbean and you pick up one of those wonderful little cap guns that they sell and everything. They don't have a problem with that, right? If it, goes with your
No.
costume, you can do that?
Yeah, you can do that because every toy gun replica is supposed to have an orange cap on it. Now, you see, this is what I'm talking about. So the end of this Boba Fett blaster you see here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's orange. So it's easily recognizable, even though it's all painted black, right? It's easily recognizable as this is not a real gun, people.
This is a toy.
This is a toy. And I can fix this in Photoshop really easily. But, so, yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be mistaken that or, a Nerf gun for a real gun.
Yeah.
As long as it is marked accordingly. And
I'm sticking with
that's
my
all.
Mjolnir.
Yeah, Mjolnir is good. Captain America's shield, good. Fake lightsaber, good. Because as far as I know, they haven't figured out how to actually fashion real lightsabers out of laser beams. So,
Frickin' laser beams.
freaking laser beams. Okay, so we're gonna do this now. Here's the deal: that weekend of Memorial Day weekend is not just the Rock Your Disney Side party, but is also taking place during Star Wars weekends.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah. So if that wasn't enough, we got Star Wars weekend. So here are the people that are going to you're going to be able to meet during the duration of that weekend. During Star Wars weekends, you're going to see from myself and Kristen, Jimmy Mack of Rebel Force Radio, as well as Steve Glosson from Geek Out Loud, Fangirls Going Rogue, and several other people from, I think, the Troncast and some other people from Shot Glass Media Digital, which are all friends of Sorcerer Radio and all that good stuff. So that is going to be great. And the Weeby Geeks podcast, Mike Emke, also will probably be joining us as well. So that's during Star Wars weekends, that entire weekend, and we still don't know. Well, I'm going to wait for that. I'm going to wait to give you all the details on that. But we also have East Coast and West Coast Rocker Disney Side parties. So at Disneyland, you're going to hear from Big Bubba B, Vince is going to be out there along with Taylor of Sorcerer Radio. Vincent, or Big Bubba's been doing all kinds of stuff for many years for Sorcerer Radio. Daniel Hale, Tommy Pix, and the rest of the crew from the Disney Geek podcast is going to be there as well. So, wow, that's great. So you're going to have like a handful of people there at Disneyland to rock that party. Now, at Walt Disney World, not only are Kristen and I going to be there, of course, for WDW After Dark, doing broadcasts and stuff. Steve Sanders, our celebrity correspondent, will be there. Tony of Disney by the Numbers and Disney Parks Podcast, as well as Krista from Disney Parks Podcast will be there. Raphael from the Mouse and our friend Ryan Hurley, who's been here on WDW After Dark, will also be there as well. He's also the host of the Turtle Power Podcast. That is a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. And we're going to be calling in and doing a special show and report there live from the parks, East Coast, West Coast. It's going to be an extravaganza. And we want to make sure that you join us, and I'm going to try my damnedest to broadcast from the park. My understanding is, according to Tony Casanova, that the bandwidth is going to be severely weak during that time because everyone is going to want to tweet and Vine and Instagram and do video and stuff like that during the 24-hour party, but we shall try. And if anything, we'll be able to at least record a live show during the 24-hour party during certain points of the night, probably when it starts and in the middle, and probably as we're about ready to fall out due to sheer exhaustion. So,
would it almost make sense, since there is going to be so much, social media going on between the tweeting and the Facebooking and the Vining and who knows what else, would it almost make sense to just use your own carrier network like AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, whatever it is that you use on your cell phone or stuff like that, instead of using Disney Wi-Fi?
That is still going to be problematic because there's so many people there at the park that even the local lines get clogged. So, and we're going to try it. Trust me, we're going to try every way possible in order to deliver that content. And I've got extra batteries, and I've got my phone on a stick. So we're going to try it, as Eric knows from, and Jeff, from our coverage of GMX. The phone on a stick is a good one.
The phone on the stick is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, the phone on a stick is good. And I actually have a phone on a stick stand now, so it should be it should be even better than last time. But it should be really cool. So I encourage everyone to set aside some time. If you are local or you want to come down for the weekend, please do. Once again, it is going to be starting May 23rd through 25th, that weekend of Labor Day weekend. It's going to be, did I say Labor Day weekend? Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yes.
So it's going to be great. So we encourage everyone to come out. And, of course, thanks to our partners, of course, WDW After Dark. And, of course, you can always book your vacation with Kristen at magicaljourneysvacations.com. And Halloween Express, once again, hooking up some costumes for the team. That should be really cool. And let's see here. Of course, WDW After Dark. We're going to be rocking it on Sorcery Radio, too.
All right.
That's going to be a lot of fun. So, at any rate, I think we might have some voicemail, but I tell you what, we've got your top 5 videos of the week. Jeff, we have some winners.
We have some winners, and our first video comes from the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival, as we have Captain Hook playing some nasty tricks on everybody. Comes to us from Attractions Magazine from last year. Now they got that guy pretty good right there. That was pretty good.
I am just like in awe as to the look here, because I mean I'm looking at the video. It looks just like a topiary.
Yeah, it does. It does
Which
look
I
like a
guess is the
topiary. Yeah.
intent, but still.
Yeah. Here's the crazy thing about this, though. You know, you're walking up to the character. You know the character is going to move. You're anticipating when he's going to move, but at the same time, you're not prepared when he does move, and that's why you jump every single time, no matter what. It's just it doesn't matter. That's what makes it great, I guess. So
It's a good prank.
it is a good prank. I don't know if the kids are so much into it, especially that little girl right there, but you know, the older teenagers kind of like it.
Of the statues that were outside France.
Yeah,
I don't know if
over.
they still are or not.
I still see it every now and then. I think I saw it last year, and I know that they have one. They do one next to the Lego store over in downtown Disney as well. I don't know if they'll still do it when Disney Springs comes around, but it is a kind of a neat feature. It's pretty cool. I think it's nice.
Nice. I think these pranks are hilarious. The one thing you don't see is the fact that they can't show you the people that literally either urinate on themselves or cuss. I mean, now that would be great.
And those are the people I want to see.
Exactly. If you remember, Haunted Mansion used to have people like that in the ride. I mean, they would be standing along the track, and then all of a sudden they just jump out at you. And they had to get rid of it because too many people were reacting and punching the ghosts in the suits of armor, which are not meant to actually protect people. So, yeah, this is a much better use of it.
And they add a little bit to the effect on the end of the video there, where they put him on a cart and they literally roll him out because they're treating him as he is a plant, a topiary that cannot walk on its own. It has to be carted in, it has to be carted out. So they add to the illusion, that everything Disney does, and that's such an effective thing to do. Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, it is. And because they roll it out like that, your mind does not process that it's a character.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, oh, well, we'll just move him right there. Boom. Okay, well, let's go, Phil. Just walk back.
Right. Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see here. What else have we got? So, you want to move on to the next one?
Yeah, let's rock it.
Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. I just got to get it set up real quick, and then we'll get it started here. Okay. Next one is, it's a rap battle, I guess you could call it, Aljon, or a rap battle between Walt Disney World and Disneyland. Now, at first you might be thinking corny, and then after I actually watched it, then I was thinking corny too. Check this out.
Oh, it's absolutely corny.
Yeah, totally corny. I mean, it's just... Oh, God.
You came to battle me? Have you really thought this through? Simple masses, and I'm gonna win, and a score of 4-2. This battle will be over quickly when the people hear the facts. Like, which one of us does something on their people mover tracks? 30,000 acres of magic are here inside my gates. You've got an entire theme park about a single state. You're my little...
Okay, I just want to pause the video right here at this spot.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Really huge freaking arms and this little bitty head.
Of course.
It's like a really screwed up Popeye or something. What the hell?
Well,
This reminds me of those sumo suits that you see that you just put on. You get to wrestle everybody. That's what this guy. The guy is probably about as big around as like a bamboo skewer.
Oh, he is.
And so it's kind of like,
well, I've got to look better in front of the camera, so I'm going to put on these fake muscles.
You know
There,
what?
now I'm a buff stud.
The funny thing about this is the entire time I'm listening to this, I'm thinking to myself, this reminds me of the time the guys from Diz Geek podcast came on WDW Tiki Room, and we had that talk about what's better, Walt Disney World or Disneyland. Oh, it was great. It was awesome.
They should have played this in the background while you guys were talking about it.
Oh, I know.
It's
been so long ago, Jeff. There was no such thing as epic rap battles.
Oh gosh, has it been that long? Good grief!
It's been that long. Yeah,
we're old, man. We're seriously old.
We've been doing this so damn long.
I know. It's okay. So he goes from big buff guy, and now he's, just normal Joe Schmo with his.
More Schmo than Joe.
Could he have picked maybe a different shirt to wear in all of this on to top it all off? I mean, it doesn't even look like a real shirt. It looks like it's been cropped onto his body or something. Like he stood in front of the camera naked and had digital shirts put on himself or something. I don't know.
You know what this is? This is a virtual paper doll.
I don't know.
That's what it is. I'm telling you.
And where I stopped it says, try and brag about your size. Dude, you don't want to do that.
Somebody please screen capture that.
Oh, my God.
Find room to keep Mr. Toad Horizons. And yeah, that
Oh, my God.
sure was pretty witty, but don't you have a theme park about a single city? And
Well,
I'm
I
looking at your
better
park
not
maps,
let
some of your
Mama
attractions
see
look
me
familiar.
playing with
Are
my
you a
paper
theme park
doll.
or
She'll
are you
kick
not?
me out of her basement.
Oh, here's the comparison right here from, big guy to, little guy. And it's just extremely unproportioned. Oh, God.
To give yourself a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Yeah, it took some rides, but let me flip the script. 'Cause when it comes to fine dining, yo, I got you dough ripped. Shopping, boating, golfing, hotels, water slides, and spas. Go to get services, 'cause bro, you just lost. You think you got better restaurants than me? Well, then show me on your map. Where's your Club 33? I'm the original, the Trailblazer, Walt's OG. You'd be nothing but swampland if it wasn't for me. Who won? Who's next? You decide.
Who won? Who's next? You decide. Golly.
I think he wins because we just sat here, watched his video.
We threw it on.
Think about this.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Hey, I appreciate it for what it was.
I do. I do too. I do too. He did something I would never do.
I mean,
What, play with virtual paper dolls?
Well,
yeah.
hey, it's not epic rap battles of history. I'll tell you that. It's not Darth Vader versus Adolf Hitler.
This is not a Hitler scene or anything like that. No, it's
God.
not.
God, it's been a long time since we have. You know what? I'm thinking, Jeff. I'm feeling it. We have to do a classic WDW After Dark top video list. We've got to do it.
The fist pump has got anything on there. You realize?
Oh, that's like the first video we ever played on WDW After Dark. Is that not right?
Yeah,
I think so.
That was the first one. Yeah,
Man,
that was the best. Yeah,
that was great. That and the very first time we ever played Hitler on the show.
Oh, I cried. I got on the floor laughing so damn hard. I cried. It was ridiculous.
No, there's got to be a Francis video in there somewhere.
What have we done? 2? Maybe 3?
We've only done 2, maybe 3.
Maybe 3
Yeah,
on Francis.
Yeah, but
Because there was a stint where Kristen and I didn't do the show for about 4 months or something. So I'm sure you may have played a couple Francis videos in that time and space. So
I think we did. They just weren't. They weren't as epic, and I do mean epic, as the very first one that we ever played. When he went off.
These people have no idea what we're talking about, but you will. I'm sure. Coming up, we'll do like the best videos in history of WDW After Dark, and I would love for our audience that has been there for a while. If you're watching this on delayed broadcast or whatever on YouTube or live stream, just let us know. Tweet us what your favorite video, your top 5 videos from WDW After Dark have been over the course of the few years. So. I tell you, man. So yeah, they're Disneyland versus Walt Disney World. It always can be very controversial. However, what is not controversial, or what maybe can be controversial, is cosplayers at Megacon. And we love. Well, first of all of us, Kristen included, we like going to see the cosplayers at any one of these comic book conventions. It's
I'm
so much fun.
right there with you. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
The care and attention to detail that the cosplayers have, or the costumers, let's be politically correct here. Some of them don't like being called cosplayers. Okay,
Yeah.
called costumers. So they take the time, the effort. Of course, Rick Briganti always has some of the best footage in Inside the Magic for these events in Orlando, the cosplayers. And I know, Jeff, you're rolling the footage now. There are a ton of Disney-inspired cosplayers at these events. And look how ornate these costumes are. I think a lot of them rival what you'll find at Disney or Universal. I think the superhero ones definitely are a notch above anything else at Universal, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
There are definitely some very quality stuff going on in here, and I've known some costumers, especially back in my Star Trek days, that I promise you.
Hey man, I'm there.
Yeah, I mean,
Make
hey,
it show.
hey, y'all have seen the Picard shirt.
Yes, we've seen the Picard shirt. Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, the stuff is show quality. I mean, you can see that you just walk around and you're thinking, how come these people are not doing this professionally for TV, film, or theater? Of course, some of them could very easily be, and this is just what they do, for fun.
Yeah,
But-
that's true. Yeah.
And is it just me, or has Disney become a major factor in the cosplaying now?
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
It
yeah.
wasn't
yeah.
always the case.
No.
No.
Wasn't always the case. I mean, I started going to conventions in the early '90s when I worked for Dagger, and you would never ever see more than maybe one or two. That's even at a large con, doing any kind of costume play for anything Disney.
I'll tell you what it is, Eric. Kingdom Hearts.
That did it right there. Yeah. Yeah. That's the first thing that came to mind was Kingdom Hearts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because Kingdom
I
Hearts,
think you're right.
Kingdom Hearts really opened the door for Disney fans and cosplayers to get involved, because it was that Square kind of, Final Fantasy meets Disney, and everything kind of, revolved around that universe, and all of a sudden it just opened up the floodgates. Like, wow, Disney and anime together? Are you freaking kidding me? This is awesome. And then everyone started coming out of the woodwork, and then you saw the Disney princesses, and of course, as geek culture rose in the course of the past 15 years to what it is today, it's totally cool to have to show everybody your passion is Disney, or your passion is Marvel or Star Wars, and cosplay, to me, I think, is so mainstream now. I think there are a lot of people that don't dig it, but they wouldn't do it themselves, but they appreciate the people that do it, because they take so much time and effort in the craft. So
yeah, I mean, I would love to do some stuff. I would love to see some. I would love to try to explore some steampunk Disney.
Oh yeah.
But, think some of your like a steampunk Sora, or just or steampunk Silver from Treasure Planet.
Oh hell yeah! Well, Treasure Planet is all steampunk.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that is true.
Steampunk, but that's just me. So I would love to do that, but the problem is I don't have the time to. I don't have the resources either to put it into like a very top quality kick-ass Silver outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Jeff.
Here's what makes the Megacon event so special when it comes to cosplay or costumers. Like you said, some of them don't like being called that. When you have an event like this in Orlando, just being in Orlando bumps up the Disney feel and the Disney players coming out and actually dressing up. At other cons, like, probably Chicago or even St. Louis, or here in New Orleans and Dallas and other places, you'll see a few cosplayers dress up as Disney characters from Kingdom Hearts, or maybe Belle, or, you'll see a Cinderella or something else. You got a heavy presence when it comes to like Star Wars or something like that, but not many Disney cosplay players. When you get to something like Megacon, the Disney cosplayers outnumber all the other cosplayers that actually show up at this thing, because you're that close to Walt Disney World. There's going to be representation out there. They're going to want to do their best and come out with that kind of stuff. And Aljon, I'm the kind of person that you just described. I'm the one who doesn't dress up, can't dress up. I'm not the dress-up type, but I appreciate the time, the effort, the money, and all that other stuff that people put into their costumes every single year. It's why I go to Comic-Con. And what is this evil-looking just little thing with your hands and face that you're giving the camera right now, Eric? What the hell? Why are you doing that?
I'm envisioning a scenario in which Jeff Davis goes cosplayer.
No. See, that's I could not do it. I just my roommate here. I mean, he goes for the past 3 or 4 years, has dressed up for New Orleans Comic-Con every single year. He was the Green Ranger this past year. He was the White Ranger last year, and he's gone as other stuff. It's just not my thing. I was looking at cosplay costumes earlier this evening. I was looking at Star Wars stuff, and I was like, oh, I could do the whole Jedi thing, and I could. And then I said, no, I just wouldn't feel comfortable.
More of a smuggler type to me, Jeff.
I'm a smuggler type? Wow, okay, all right.
You did the scoundrel who, had tuned up his spaceship to
Oh no, you see, Jeff, I would take you for a bounty hunter.
I would
That'll
be,
work too.
I would be the type that would hide behind the mask. I would hide behind the mask.
A man of mystery.
It's not because I'm ashamed of what I'm doing. It's not because, but I would want to be exactly that mystery. Who was that? Who was that? Who was actually doing that?
That was Boba Fett.
Yeah, it was
The mask is cool as hell, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is kind of cool. Yeah. So, like,
You're
God
no
bless
good
those
to me,
people.
Dead Jeff Davis.
Yeah.
There will be no disintegrations.
No disintegrations.
Well, I tell you, man, it'll be a lot of fun to see everyone in costume at D23 and at C2E2 this year and at Star Wars Celebration. We have so many different things going on. It's going to be a lot of fun to see who shows up in costume. So, at any rate, speaking of costumes, how about this? This is great. I was looking around for funny fail videos, and I happened to stumble upon this, and it nothing is like actually watching this footage live because it is so freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's like they didn't even. Well, I'll just let the footage speak for itself, Jeff.
All right, here we go.
Sarah Haynes pulling off a little bit of a bit earlier. This is from earlier in the show. Spider-Man jumps into frame. Sarah falls, thinking she's going to be caught. And
That is just terrible. It's so bad.
not only tough, you are
I
a
mean,
very, very forgiving person. How is
Boom.
That is just great. It's like Spider-Man just stands there like a bump on a log and doesn't even catch the pretty blonde. It's like, oh my goodness.
You want to know what I think it was? You want to know what I think it was? I think he was so damn shocked that he actually landed jumping from probably as high as he did that he was just shocked, like, holy crap, I actually jumped that high in a Spider-Man suit. Oh, wait, crap, I'm supposed to catch her. I think that's what it was.
Either that or, I'm sorry, sweetheart, I thought you were playing Gwen Stacy.
Oh, she fell down like a sack of potatoes.
Now, I'll tell you what, considering that was Good Morning America, if it was Ginger Z or if it was Lara Spencer, I wouldn't have forgotten a damn thing. I sure as hell would have caught him. All right? In a heartbeat. I tell you what. Goodness gracious. Because those two girls. Woo!
No, I mean, it's one thing for it to happen to local newscasters, which is so hilarious. But for it to happen on a national stage like Good Morning America, this is Disney and Marvel, for heaven's sake. And this happens right there in the middle of Times Square, New Year's Eve. I'll be damned. That was one of the funniest clips, and it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yes, it was.
And she took it like a champ. She bumped like CM Punk going off of a table. She just She was great.
I'm better. Ta-da!
Like, thank God I was in my very thick, fur coat and my UGG boots, because Lord knows that if this was springtime and I'd taken that fall, I would have busted something.
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? Jeez.
The faux fur acted as a crumple zone to cushion my fall.
She got a good laugh out of it though, so that makes it okay. She didn't get hurt, so that's the best part.
Exactly. Now, last but not least, we have an interesting video here, and I will give this team an A for effort, because it's pretty damn funny. At least I thought it was funny. Jeff, you may not agree with me, and when you see the video, you may not agree, but hey, I think it's a really good attempt. It's not Weird Al Yankovic, but
it's not. It's not, and it's not the Muppets. Okay.
Oh hell no.
Okay, because we've all seen the Muppets version of this, but effort was good. But let's let them decide and see what they think. About the Bohemian Rhapsody Star Wars edition here.
No, it's a space station caught in the Death Star. No escape from this tractor beam. Open, close your eyes. Be one with the Force and see. Vader's a boy. He needs your sympathy, 'cause he's now a Sith.
I like the 501st in there.
Yeah.
Very good.
Anyway, the Force flows, doesn't really matter to me.
Singing's not all the best, but that's just the way it is.
Just captured high.
It's great though that it's not perfect.
Yeah.
No, I think that's the strength of it.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to love the modal notes in there.
Oh yeah, the modal notes are great.
And I love the droids, especially the one that's made out of a personal massager.
Yeah. You know what's really cool is the fact that Emperor Palpatine looks a lot like Christopher Walken, actually.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Aljon, how much money does it cost for one of these stormtrooper costumes? I mean, that look like you just pulled them off the movie set, literally.
Yeah, the ones that they sell at Ruby's are like maybe $800 a piece.
Ruby's, never heard of that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that's like Halloween Express. I'm sorry. So, well, no.
Plug.
But that's what it is. I mean, well, no, it is. Ruby's is the actual maker of the costume. So that's what Halloween Express sells. But yeah, it's pretty. Oh yeah, you see, there's Emperor. Actually, now that the Emperor doesn't have the hood on, kind of looks kind of like that woman in.
That woman?
That woman?
No.
For a moment there, I thought you were going to say Janet Reno.
No. Well, but no, the old woman in Kingpin.
Oh my God.
And that guy that is singing all of Freddie Mercury's parts actually looks scarily like Freddie Mercury in some respects.
Yeah. That could be problematic.
Aljon, what kind of guitars are they using there? Are those Gibsons or not?
They're using Fender Strat.
Ah.
I love the way he says it. Oh, they're using Fender Strat.
Yeah, it's crap. I don't want to use it.
It's appropriate that they're playing them in the garbage chute. Just saying.
No, it's cool, man. I got one of those somewhere.
Yeah, in storage, probably the bottom of a box somewhere.
I do like the Yoda puppet, though.
Yeah. I love this. What is it about stormtroopers that are just so funny when they do other things they're not supposed to? I don't know.
That's a good question.
I don't know. have dancing stormtroopers jumped the shark? That's my question. Are we seeing too many dancing stormtroopers? Jimmy
As
Mac.
long as we don't see any twerking, I'm good.
Oh,
my gosh.
That almost appeared in the countdown this week.
The head banging at the light speed. That's real nice, yeah.
I will say the backgrounds are very good. You know.
The things you can do with a green screen, you know.
That's right.
And that's really all it is. Is it just a green screen? I love this Vader here with half freaking clothes on. That's real nice.
Yeah, did you like that?
Yeah,
I was
I
going
like
to
that
say you did see a Gibson Flying V in that shot, though. By the way.
I'll see. There we go. Now he's happy. Got a Gibson in
Vader's
there.
holding it up in the air and doing it really a flying V. It's a force jam.
Hey Jeff, Kristen's ready to hop on if you want to give her an invite.
Sure.
All right.
Red Rover.
Anyone can see, yes.
Yeah, I definitely would have had Yoda just do that part by himself instead of being interrupted by that guy.
Yeah. Would have made more sense. I think it would have gone better if they'd have done it that way, at least. Okay, why isn't Chick right there wearing a bra? Anybody else notice that? I did. She's not wearing a bra.
Kind of attention there.
In that shirt, she's not wearing a bra at all.
Oh, you mean the musician in the background?
Yeah, the musician in the background, not wearing a bra.
Well, I guess your internet connection is not
Neither
as
was
bad as you
Carrie
think it
Fisher in
was.
the first movie.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah.
Carrie's bra in A New Hope was duct tape.
Oh, jeez.
No, that was by her own admission.
Yeah.
Emily said, "I think she just needs a better one, Jeff." I don't know. That just did not look like a bra at all. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I'm looking at it.
Kristen would have to take a look at the film in order to make a judgment call on that.
We'd have to get a female's point of view on that one. Yeah.
I tell you, though, I didn't even pay attention to that. So good eyes on you, Mr. Eagle-Eye Jeff Davis.
You're congratulating him on being a boob watcher?
What? I'm a guy. I mean, what is?
I'm just saying. You know,
Seriously, I mean, I'm a guy here.
It's a contractual obligation.
You see a somewhat attractive woman, and you check out the whole package. You just don't focus on one spot. I mean, come on. I'm a guy. I love the hussies. I can't help it.
I don't think I've ever heard you say hussies on the show before, ever.
I did the week before last. The hussies.
I missed that. Oh, 1-800-GIRLS. Girls.
Welcome
Ladies,
to
gentlemen.
the show, Kristen, by the way.
She's got her microphone muted. She doesn't want to know any of this.
Oh, we got a cat bomb.
It's a cat. It's a kitty. That's a big ass cat. I just got to tell you. Good
That
God.
Edgar?
Oh, okay.
He's like,
Yeah.
put me down now.
Was that Edgar or was that Leopold?
That was Edgar.
Okay.
Jeez, man.
You know, Kristen, we were talking earlier about classic bits from old WDW After Dark shows.
Okay.
And I think another one we need to consider classic is when you were doing the drink specials and Edgar would come in and try to, like, you know, sample everything.
Video bomb.
While you weren't looking. Yeah.
Oh yes, that's been a while.
Oh yeah, it has been a while.
He would do that every show. I mean, every show he would jump up onto the counter and be like, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing?"
Well, you know, I got to sample this, you know, just to make sure you did it right. You know.
It is good stuff. It is good stuff.
Cat
indeed.
that was a booze hound.
I tell you, Edgar, he's pretty fearless. I think if you put anything in front of him, he'll give it a shot at least once.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Here, Edgar, here's a scorpion shot for you, buddy.
well, he may not
Oh
try.
my God.
that.
He might take the scorpion.
He
Good
might.
possibility. Yeah.
Either that or Daddy will have it. So we've got those were our top 5 videos of the week. Everybody, don't forget you can always chime in with your thoughts or if your favorite videos. You see something viral on the internet, cool. All I have to do is post it on our Facebook wall at WDW After Dark, webcast on Facebook, or just tweet us at WDW After Dark. Send us that email too, why don't you? WDWAfterDark@gmail.com. Now, we've got a bunch of news coming up. Quick reminder, everybody, you've got Captain America coming up. You've got the Muppets in theaters. So many great movies coming along. You want to help the show out, go ahead and click on that Fandango button. Order your movie tickets there. Sign up for your favorite program so that you can be rewarded for your tickets and input your code as you buy them so you can be rewarded and also help the show out, whether it's AMC, Regal Cinemas, or whatever. Get your tickets through Fandango and help out the show. So having said that, Jeff, I think it's time for us to launch into some Disney headline news.
Disney news from the parks. As we get started, it's a little bit sad on the food front for a few people who are fans of the restaurant Cucina by Cat Cora, the Mediterranean restaurant located over at Disney's Boardwalk. It's going to be closing its doors permanently on September the 30th this year. Absolutely done and over with. At first, it was just a rumor, but, things have been confirmed with Disney. Now, if you're a fan of the Iron Chef's Eatery and you're planning to visit Walt Disney World this summer, you might want to make sure to make an advance reservation because as it gets closer, it's going to get a lot harder to get in because a lot of people are going to want to eat there before it does shut down. So just call 407-WDW-DINE. That's 407-939-3463. I haven't eaten there. Do I want to eat there? No, not really.
You think, Kristen, what is your take on that?
On Cucina, I like it. I don't want it to close.
I'm with you.
It's a good restaurant, Jeff. Man, I think you dig it.
Dude, that place had the best steak I had ever put in my mouth. I kid you not.
Yeah, I can see that.
It was a consideration on a few trips. I thought about it, and then something else would kind of override it, and I'd say, nah, yeah, don't want to eat there. Doesn't really bother me.
Got to do it.
So,
well, it is good. It is good. It will be missed. I wonder why Cat Cora is pulling out of that location.
I was wondering that question too.
Have you heard? Has anyone in the chat heard of anything?
Kristen, do you know of anything?
It hasn't. I haven't come across anything that says what it's supposed to be. Disney hasn't announced anything yet.
It didn't live up to what Disney wanted, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe she only had a
That
limited
place
contract.
keeps changing.
Well, it's been Cucina for what, 5 years?
At least.
Something like that.
And it was what, Spoodles before that, right?
Mhm.
And it wasn't. I'll be honest, the makeover wasn't all that drastic, was it, Kristen?
I don't know. It depends on what you consider drastic. I mean, it was still Mediterranean food both ways. So.
Well. Anyway, bye bye Cucina.
Bye-bye. See you later. Wonder who's going to replace it.
Nope.
Oh, so get this. April 10th, 2014 is going to mark 50 years since It's a Small World opened at the 1964 New York World's Fair as a tribute to UNICEF and its work to help children around the world. Its popularity carried the attraction and, of course, the catchy theme song as well across the world, as it eventually opened at Disneyland, Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, Tokyo Disneyland, Disneyland Paris, Hong Kong Disneyland as well. And to celebrate this major milestone on April the 10th, singers from each Disney park will join in a special sing-along to the iconic theme song. Guests not able to witness the special event can still participate in the celebration. According to the Disney Parks blog, Disney Parks and Resort has created smallworld50.com, a website where it's a Small World fans to post video tributes and create virtual international dolls for every sing-along video recorded on smallworld50.com. The Walt Disney Company is going to donate $1 plus $1 for every virtual doll created on the website, up to $100,000 to UNICEF. In addition, the Walt Disney Company will donate an additional $150,000 to assist UNICEF with their relief efforts. Now, for some, this is a major milestone, one of their most favorite attractions in the world. For others, they will literally turn off their computers and hope to God that they don't have to hear that song in unison like that from any park whatsoever, because some people just cringe at the fact of hearing It's a Small World at all. I, for one, am going to watch. And that's the reason why.
I've got a friend who absolutely positively cannot stand that song. So whenever we would go to Disney and we would inevitably go on that ride, we would call him and leave a voicemail message and just hold up the phone to where you could hear it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And every time we'd come back and he'd go, I hate you.
I despise you. Yeah, so that's going to be a pretty big thing for a lot of people, and good on Disney for helping out UNICEF throughout
Great
all
charity.
that stuff. Yeah, very good charity. Yeah. Disney Parks blog announced the extended breakfast hours over at BOMA, Flavors of Africa restaurant at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge for the Easter and Mother's Day holidays, which is going to help out a lot of people. Breakfast at BOMA, Flavors of Africa, costs $21.99 for adults and $11.99 for children ages 3 to 11. Of course, you can go to 407 WDW Dine or visit the Walt Disney World Dining website to make some reservations. I'd suggest doing it now. Don't wait, because that may go kind of quick. I don't know if I want to go over this information for the Imagination Gala. We'll come back to that because it's kind of lengthy. Did want to talk about this, though. I don't know if a lot of people noticed this or not. It kind of fell in between the cracks a little bit. And when I say cracks, literally, the Orlando Sentinel reported last Monday that a large fish tank broke at the T-Rex Cafe in downtown Disney, sending gallons and upon gallons of water spilling into the dining room on dinner guests. Landry's, a Houston, Texas-based company that owns the T-Rex Cafe, told the Orlando Sentinel via a statement that a seal failed on the tank, causing water to leak. Employees took action and did a great job rescuing all of the marine life, caring for our guests, and managing the situation all at the same time. The marine life has been moved to holding tanks, and the restaurant is open for business as usual. There were no injuries in the incident, but I definitely do have video for everybody to check out and see exactly what was going on throughout all this. And when they were trying to move people out of the area to get them away from what was going on, you would have thought that they would have left, but no, everybody broke their phone out and started taking footage. Nobody went anywhere. Wet feet, who knows what else. But wow, what a crack. It's just... Can you imagine sitting there at that table or right next to it, and all of a sudden you just have salt water just start spewing all over you? I mean, it's just... The poor fish were probably scared to death. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on?
They saved the fish.
They saved the fish.
In related news, T-Rex announced a limited-time sushi offer. But, all right, here's a little tidbit of information. You may not have watched this show. It comes on Animal Planet, and the reason you may not have watched it is because it's on at the same time as us. It's called Tanked.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it's about, acrylic tank manufacturers, ATM. And it's a reality show, kind of like Duck Dynasty, but none of that Southern charm. It's these two brothers-in-law from New York that moved to Las Vegas to pursue their dream of being aquarium manufacturers. Think about this, people.
You gotta have goals.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You move to the middle of the freaking desert to make aquariums. Think about that. But where that plays in, they're the ones that made these tanks.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
So-
really?
Yes. As a matter of fact, if you watch the intro, where they're doing the intro to the show, they'll flash pictures of tanks that they have done. The big octopus tank here in T-Rex shows up in that intro roll.
Oh.
Poor Flipper.
I know, right?
I mean, this is not we're not talking a small little hole here. If you look at this picture, I'll give you kind of a close-up of it on the screen here. This is not a small hole we're talking about. That stuff is just gushing out, literally.
That's what she said.
Well, that's what you wanted her to say, actually.
This is a seal that's broke, so you're talking about a very thin crack. I mean, you see, that's a very tall spray. That's a very tall leak.
Yeah.
But it is very, very thin. So it's not – I don't want to downplay it and say, well, it's not that bad. But it's not as bad as the side view would make you think.
Yeah.
Because when you see it from the side, you're going to say, oh, my God! I mean, it's – yeah.
Okay,
it's,
so
it's like a fan spray is what it is.
So do you think that it's a failed seal because, you know, Jimmy and Sally were sitting by the table and just constantly taking their finger and they're picking at I mean, all these kids just touching and just, I mean, could have been that?
That's possible. That's possible.
Is the manufacturer really to blame in all this, or is it just wear and tear from people touching it?
It could just be wear and tear.
Yeah.
It really could be. I really don't know. They said there's possibility that there were imperfections on the sides of the tank where the seal was applied. Because basically what this is, these are two sheets of acrylic that are stuck in an oven and melted and formed to form two semicircles. And basically they it's almost like clear silicon caulk that's in there between the two to form that seal.
Yeah.
Now, if there are little imperfections on those edges, they clean them down, they wipe them down, but there is still a chance there'll be little particles in there. So the seal is not 100% solid.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility.
Dive!
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
On the other hand, it could just let's just hope that whoever was sitting there when that happened was a fan of the old 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea ride, because they just got a blast from the past.
They really did. I thought the submarines were all taken down.
Hopefully they either got a refund, got their meal for free, or they weren't charged their Disney dining credits on that meal. I'm sure they got all kinds of comped.
They
probably did. So, but things are up and running at the T-Rex Cafe, and everything's fine. They'll get it fixed, and it'll look just like brand new. So, no problem. For those of you headed to the Magic Kingdom this week or next, enjoying your spring break or anything else like that, Splash Mountain reopened on the 22nd, following its winter refurbishments. Everything's good with that, and I just recently finally got to watch Frozen last night and find out what all the hype has been for so many months now and how fantastic of a movie everything was. But I know a lot of you are also fans, and when you're visiting Walt Disney World, you have an opportunity to meet Anna and Elsa. Well, don't forget, Anna and Elsa's meet and greet moves to the Magic Kingdom Princess Fairy Tale Hall beginning on April the 20th. The royal sisters will appear together until the early evening, with Cinderella and the other princesses staying until the attraction schedule closing each evening. The good news is that FastPass Plus eligible visitors can schedule their meet and greet using the system to avoid to have to wait to meet the popular princesses in a line. That can be as long as 3 hours on a busy day, and that's no kidding, and I'll tell you why in a second. Anna and Elsa continue to appear in Epcot's Norway Pavilion through April the 19th, then move to the Magic Kingdom on April the 20th. FastPass reservations right now can be taken. And literally, my sister just finished up her very first trip to Walt Disney World with my two nieces. They're one's 5, the other's 2. And she told me that they, I think, waited 3+ hours to see Anna and Elsa over there in Norway. I mean, it's seriously, it's no BS when we tell you that some of these lines can get just unbelievably long. And when you have popular characters like Anna and Elsa that go along with the movie and everything else, be prepared to wait that long. And this is when, as screwed up as what we think FastPass Plus is here on the show, this would be an opportunity to use that FastPass Plus to get to see them so you don't have to wait that long. But
agreed.
Yeah. And it's screwed up.
I don't think they're an option.
What's that?
No, they're not. They're not right now, but they should.
They may wind up being an option when they go over to Fairy Tale Hall.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Anna and Elsa themselves are not an option, but you can use your FastPass Plus for Princess Fairy Tale Hall in order to go and see them. So make use of it while you can. And let's see. We got, a couple of days left. You still got an opportunity to enter to win a trip to both Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort and the Disney Side of Summer Sweepstakes. Enter via Twitter once per day, now through March the 31st. Full details and complete rules are on the Disney Parks blog. That's all the headlines I have for this week.
Well, righteous. That's a lot of news, Jeff. And,
yeah, I've got more, but there's just not enough time. We got more news to get to with you guys and Star Wars and everything else. So,
well, yeah, I will say this really quick that Kristen and I guess in February, tried checking out seeing Anna and Elsa along with Mike Emke from Weeby Geeks.
Weeby Geeks, yeah.
And wow, yeah, it was. How long of the wait was it, Kristen? Was it 3.5 hours to see them, if not longer?
3.5.
Gosh, it was insane. Absolutely insane.
That's crazy. So, yeah. That's
well,
nuts.
just really quick, we do have a few headlines here. In terms of Star Wars weekends, and I alluded to this a little bit earlier, but Mark Hamill is going to be coming to Star Wars weekends. Yes, Luke Skywalker himself will be appearing at Star Wars weekend for the very first time, everybody. And this is very exciting. And now here's the catch. He will not be signing autographs.
What?
And I found this out, I think it was late yesterday or something, but I went ahead and changed that article I posted on my website at JediMusketeer.com. Yeah, it was posted yesterday. So the weekend of June 6th through 8th will welcome legendary Star Wars actor Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker. He will be doing the Legends of the Force motorcade and will be participating in the Behind the Force talk show. And this is, of course, Hamill's first time. But it seems to me, at least I believe it was posted on Orlando Sentinel and some other sites too, that Hamill will not be available to do signings. Now, if you've ever been to Star Wars weekends, you know that there are fast passes to be handed out for Star Wars weekends. A lot of the top celebrities always have people in lines. It's really, autographs are really geared for the locals because they're there to camp out, and they usually get first dibs on that type of stuff. It's not really conducive for visitors to do that type of stuff, but they tend to go very, very quickly. If you're not there as soon as the park closes, you're in trouble. You're probably not going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And to do Mark Hamill, I'm sure everyone from miles and miles around will want to get Mark Hamill's autograph. Now, what I believe might happen is that they will probably be selling Mark Hamill's autograph. So he'll probably have a bunch of autographs, pre-made autographs done, and he might even have a VIP photo shoot kind of experience, at some point, like other conventions may.
Yeah.
But at this point, doesn't look like he's going to do any of those free signings. So Can you imagine, though, how much his autograph would be worth now that he is speculated to be starring in the next film? Because they rewrote the entire film to accommodate the original actors.
Really?
You know that, right?
I did not know that. No.
Yeah, that's the fact of the matter is that this film was originally to only have cameos by the big three, and then it was later decided that the film had enough gas that there was still enough, enough interest to see the Luke, Han, and Leia actually star in one more film before passing the torch. So that's why you'll see that Michael Arndt, I think it was Michael Arndt, was removed from being the script writer in J.J. Abrams and decided to go ahead and helm the script for that, to rewrite it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens for sure. But that's not all. Star Wars Weekends, we've got more news on that front. And we're talking about character dining. And Kristen, you probably know about this. I don't know if you want to take that because, we originally thought that you might be running late. So, of course, Jeff covered a lot of your food-related stories. But looks like we've got two new food-related character dining experiences. So get this, starting May 4th through June 15th, there'll be an opportunity for people to experience character meet and greet dinings. Jedi, Mickey, Star Wars dine at Hollywood and Vine, where Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy, Chip, and Dale will be dressed up as their counterpart Star Wars characters, Jedi Mickey, Princess Minnie, Darth Groupie, what? Darth Gropey?
Oh my gosh.
Donald, yeah, right. Stormtrooper Donald and Chip and Dale as Ewoks. They'll be able to meet and greet with the characters. Now, the times are 4:15 to 8:30 p.m. and sometimes all the way to 9:30, depending on when the park closes. Prices are $59.99 for the Fantasmic package or $55.99 without. I say just go ahead and do Fantasmic.
Might as well, yeah.
Might as well do it for $4 extra. Children, $36.99 for the Fantasmic package or $32.99 without. Now you also get a photo pass photo of you and the Ewoks, Chip and Dale, in there as well, included with the price, which is good. Now, if dinner wasn't something that you're interested in, they'll also have the Galactic Breakfast. Now, this is what I'm thinking of during our Star Wars Weekends event, is Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater becomes Star Wars Dine-In Theater, where you'll be able to have breakfast with the Stormtroopers, Jawa, Greedo, Boba Fett, and Darth Vader. Hello.
Oh, my.
Breakfast with a dark side? Where do I sign up?
You don't order your eggs sunny side up with Vader's around.
I know, right? I'll take my.
That's pretty good.
I'll take my fries fried, please. Thank you.
Oh gosh.
Nice and crispy. $47.99 for adults, $29.99 for children.
I just got that.
So you got Padawan pricing there. For
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Right.
Yeah, try it.
Yeah, try it. Photo pass, of course, with there as well, and I guess it'll depend on whoever's available. I think you probably will have your photo taken with maybe Darth Vader or Boba Fett, but chances are it very well could be Darth Maul. A very popular fan favorite there, and that to me sounds like a lot of fun. I'm so
disappointed they decided not to use the ABC commissary for all this. I mean, that's so sad. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, right?
The poor place is left out of everything.
That's because they're using it for the Chew meet and greet, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Everybody wants to hang out with those guys. Yeah. Well, actually, I would like to hang out with Michael Simon. That's besides the point.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, so there we have it. Star Wars Weekends, and still no word on other stars. I don't like this. I really don't, Disney.
There's nobody else showing up.
Yeah, there's no one else. Just Mark Hamill. Just that one weekend. That's fucking it.
And no autographs.
And no autographs, damn it. Screw y'all.
This really is
the
very last Star Wars Weekends, and they're going to say, screw you, we're gone.
Exactly. We've got not only the biggest star for Star Wars, but nobody's getting a fucking autograph. outstanding.
Oh God.
Yeah. So who knows who's going to show up? I would think that they're going to have an original trilogy star for every weekend that they have there. So yeah, they're probably going to wheel out Peter Mayhew. Poor guy can't even. Okay, Peter Mayhew 2 weekends. There you go. From Mike from Weeby Geeks, he's saying it. You know, I mean, Peter Mayhew's been to Star Wars weekends before, right?
Yeah.
Great guy. He's going to be promoting.
Yeah.
Billy D may, depending on on what he's got going on. He might be filming something. I don't know.
The doubt.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, a rumor has it that he might actually be in this film.
Nah, come on, really? The stash is back.
I don't know, man. I mean, Lando's a smooth motherfucker, so.
Wow.
I'm
Watch
just
your
saying.
mouth.
Watch your mouth.
I just told about Lando.
So yeah,
No,
we are live and uncensored after all. Mm-hmm.
I could just see this. He's going to be sitting out on the back deck of the Lady Luck, and he's going to be kicking back with a can of Colt 45. And it's just
Works every time.
Exactly. This is just going to be a cameo. He's not going to have hardly any speaking roles. It's just going to be sitting there.
Exactly.
And that's going to be enough.
This deal's getting better every time. Well, anyway, that's pretty much all on my end. Kristen, do we have anything? Eric, I know you've got something, so one of you two want to chat it up real quick?
I've got nothing.
You got nothing? Eric,
Okay.
you got a little something?
I do. And not surprisingly, it's a video game tie-in. For those of you who have the Disney Infinity game, which you've had until August to get it. There's been 3 million units sold. Yours might as well be one of them if you haven't already. But if you are playing, you're enjoying, and you go to Disney, save that magic band. Hopefully one that still works.
I'd like the 7 of mine that don't.
Because your magic band can unlock content on your Disney Infinity.
Ooh.
Nice.
Basically, all you have to do is take your magic band, and if you're looking at the stand, you've got the 2 little round spots, and you've got the hexagon-shaped one that looks like the Infinity logo. You put the magic band on the Infinity one, and it will automatically it'll pop up this message that says, congratulations, the Dragon's Gate is now available in the toy box.
Whoa, hello.
Yes, the Dragon's Gate. So what you do, you go into it, and it's under the basic toys menu, because the clone and I tried this, and we looked all over for it, and we finally found it. It's in the basic ones. And you put it down, in your toy box, and you'll notice it's got a different texture, a different feel of the terrain to it. And basically, it's like this little. It's not really a gate so much. It's got. It looks like a little grotto almost.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got various pieces of Disney Infinity scenery jumbled in. It looks like this little secluded area where somebody's taken a bunch of Disney stuff and just piled it there. Well, before long, a little green capsule will show up in there, and you pop it, and it unlocks its own toy box set.
Oh wow!
Which is called Dragon's Keep. So it's like a toy. It's like a toy box. Like say, if you go through a play set, you complete the storyline, you get like that play set's toy box. This is that one, and you go to it, and it's got all the different scenery. It's a pretty well built setup, and in the sky, in the background, you have a dragon flying around. Every so often, he lets loose with a flaming spitball. Sometimes it's totally random where it goes, and sometimes it will hit your scenery.
Oh wow!
But it will also generate more capsules, which is for that sky background, and also for the terrain theme. So you could put. I mean, it's the same setup as the customization discs that you get in the pouches for like for your Tangled, your Frozen, your Tri-State area, which that's pretty cool too, by the way. In case you haven't get the Phineas and Perry little set at GameStop. So that save the Magic Band, because really it unlocks more than you would think it does.
Nice.
So that's a good thing to have.
I'm looking up Magic Bands on eBay right now because I don't have one. And
I think Aljon has a few you could borrow.
Yeah.
There are actually Magic Bands on eBay right now, and some of them going for like $10. Some people are trying to charge like $20 for one. But right there next to it, like this one specifically, it says Disney World new Magic Band unlocks Dragon's Gate on Disney Infinity Blue. No names.
I guess I can sell all my deactivated Magic Bands for $10 on eBay.
I guess so. I mean,
I wouldn't. That to me,
I know. There's
bands of. Yeah, that's not a good idea. That's
getting your personal information.
I mean, that's.
Well, the NSA's probably got it already.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I don't
I mean,
know.
all you need is for something to happen and that person now be able to use your Magic Band to get into the park,
Well, I
I
mean,
got two of them.
Oh,
I don't know, but people are selling
I've
them
got
like left and
5
right.
of them, so.
I'm paranoid about that kind of stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Who knows? But still, very cool. I mean, hey, Jeff, it's not like you won't be able to get one on your, get one soon, actually.
Yeah, I'm hoping this fall will be my return trip after a year break. Hopefully by then you can still use the band to, unlock everything.
I'm sure you'll be able to.
Yeah.
Sure, you'll be able
by
to
the
lock
way-
even more.
And by the way, Series 3 of the Power Discs comes out on April 1st.
There you go.
You know what really upsets me, Eric, about Infinity?
Hmm?
Disney's doing really good about bringing out this next new set of characters for you to use in your toy box. Okay, doing a very good. Phineas and Ferb just came out.
You want more play sets, don't you?
I want more play sets because, especially when it comes to stuff like Wreck-It Ralph and Frozen and just a couple of others. To just the limited use of worlds to be able to play, because you can if you get down and dirty with it on one of these worlds, you can finish it in the afternoon and be done with it.
Yeah.
It's not that long, it's not that difficult, it's not that hard. Sure, the toy box is the major feature in Disney Infinity, but they need some more worlds for this thing, and I don't know if they're waiting till
I agree with
the start of year 2 or what. I don't know. I find it weird.
I think there's some element of risk in Infinity, so they probably wanted to hedge their bets a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like see, well, we don't know if this is going to work all that well. We'll throw out some stuff, but we're still going to keep our heavy hitters, back for a 2 or a 3, because all right. How much would you like seeing a Beauty and the Beast themed playset? Or an Atlantis themed playset?
Tron, please.
Tron.
Well, gentlemen,
I don't know that you'll see I don't see that you'll see a playset so much, because stuff that's already got a toy box disc for, I don't think you'll see playsets for.
well, we did talk about the inclusion of Star Wars and Marvel characters into Disney Infinity by the end of this coming year, so
Yeah.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just inevitable. You can't bring in, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, Spider-Man and Iron Man without bringing in Belle and Beast. You just can't do that.
Ray in the
There's
chat room
still-
said that 3 will be Star Wars.
I can see that.
That would be interesting.
But I mean,
yeah.
you still have plenty of Disney movies that would make awesome play sets like Peter Pan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
I would
Jeez.
love to see a Treasure Planet.
Mhm.
You know what I'd love to
I
see?
think that'd be perfect.
I don't play Disney Infinity right now, but I might play Disney Infinity if they come out with a black hole playset.
Oh, now you're talking, Aljon. You're speaking my language right there. I like that.
How cool
Yeah.
would it be to have a Maximilian and a Vincent?
Oh,
I mean, that would be
man.
badass.
That
dude.
It would be.
Yes.
It would be. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you. Definitely.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Now, Kristen, you're not a huge gamer, but you do like some Disney games, and you do like some Spyro type games, and this is this may be right up your alley because it does have a lot of the same control scheme. Are there characters and play sets and little figures that you might want to see? And about collecting, obviously, Belle and Beast would be Belle and Beast. Yeah, that would probably be one. But any other characters?
Ones that they don't have yet?
Yeah, ones that they don't have yet.
Figment.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
oh,
wow. Yeah.
Yes.
That'd
Yeah.
be really good timing when the comic book comes out in the fall to have a
Mm.
Figment and Dreamfinder set, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Kristen,
would
You
be.
got a good idea right there. I
Wow.
like where your head's at.
You've already got
And I
Space
won't
Defense
charge
as a
Disney
setting.
for my idea. They can just send me one of each.
Well, that's some cheap consulting fees right there. I'm telling you.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there are people that just collect the figures and don't play the damn game.
I guarantee you there are probably more than you can imagine when it comes to that, simply because the detail on just the figures themselves are absolutely amazing. And
Oh yeah.
who wouldn't want that for just a Disney collection alone? I don't blame them if they did.
How
So,
heavy are they, guys?
They're not very heavy
They're
at
not
all.
very heavy. No, they're not.
Like the Vinylmation kind of, heaviness.
Um,
A little bit heavy than Vinylmation.
yeah, and that's only because of the base itself. Because there's so many little components in the base. Now, when it comes to like Wreck-It Ralph, he's a very, very heavy one. I mean, very
Is that
heavy.
right?
Yeah, him
Yeah.
and Sully. Well, think about it. They're massive figures. They
Yeah.
have a lot of body mass to them.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you would think some of those plastic figures would be hollowed out or something, because they don't really move, do they? They don't have like opposable
No,
joints or anything.
they're not
just,
posable.
yeah, they're
It's just-
they're like just statuettes or something,
yeah,
pretty much,
that's
yeah.
basically all
Yeah.
they are. Yeah.
or maquettes or whatever you want to call them.
Figurine.
Figurines, yeah.
Yeah. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Weeby Geeks Mike, of course, in the chat room is saying DuckTales, gummy bears, and afternoon figures. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Gargoyles.
I would
Gargoyles.
love the
I'm
gummy
telling you.
Gargoyles, gummy bears,
Oh,
DuckTales,
DuckTales, yeah.
Chippendale Rescue Ranger.
I have them in there. Like you have to put the gummy bear down and have a little gummy bear theme song.
That's a good. I like
Oh, hell
that.
yeah.
I like that.
That'd be
Yeah, that's good.
badass. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing effing duck. Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. He would be him and Launchpad.
Yep.
But which villain would you pull out of there?
Oh shoot, man. I mean, well, how many rogues do we have here? You got a pretty good rogues gallery.
Do they just stop at Sorcerer Mickey, or do they and do they also include Donald or Goofy or Daisy, or
Well, you figure they've got.
come on, right?
Oh well, hey, look. You've got the Phantasmic Park only set. Now that would be awesome.
Oh,
you could do
yeah.
Phantasmic, or you could
Oh
do.
man.
You could do like a not just Phantasmic, but they all have the little park sets. So you can have like a Epcot set, which would be Figment and Dreamfinder. You could have your Animal Kingdom set, which could be like Flick, the princess would be in there or something like that, or even the Yeti. Boy, it'd be really cool to have a Yeti, right?
That would be cool.
I hope Mike is writing all this down and going to take it to work with. Oh my God! Oh, come on, now, let him know. You got a connection. Come on.
I mean, I think that would be super cool that if you visit a Disney park, you'll be able to simply get, Disney park exclusive figures like Brer Fox, that'd be really cool to
that
have
would
as a
be.
set. Or, the 3 hitchhiking ghosts from Haunted Mansion. That'd be super cool.
Oh
man.
God, these are such good ideas. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean the characters are just endless. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
But can you imagine? They have Jack Sparrow in there and the Lone Ranger. How interesting would it be to get like Steve Tyler of Aerosmith and Joe Perry? It's like we got
That's
every
pretty
time you plug
good.
it in,
Yeah.
it's like he does a little countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2.
No, I got
Uh.
it. And you have a power-up disc with Steve Perry's guitar and Steven Tyler's microphone stand.
Exactly.
But you know something? In all this and all these characters that you guys are talking about, and we're getting short on time here. We only got 10 minutes left. But what I want them to do, what I want Disney to do with Infinity is I want them to make it more social. And when I say social, I mean getting on, the PlayStation Network, or whether it's your PC or whether it's Xbox Live, and play with other people and get to chat with other people and have servers dedicated to, friends who want to get together on the network and create in a toy box and do stuff like that. Make the game social. It's cool to do it with somebody that's in the house with you. Yeah, that's fine. But when you make it social like that over the entire network where everybody can get together and do different things, have races or just a team deathmatch or whatever it is that you want to do, make it social. I think that would be a really big step for them, and I think it'd be in the right direction if they were to do something like that. So
They ought to do an MMO.
Yeah.
Jeff Davis, go ahead and run those credits, man. Let's go ahead and knock this out of the park. We're going to do the hashtags while we're doing credits.
Hashtags
So,
and credits at the same time?
Credits. Easy E-Ray is putting together right now.
Diem, dude.
Don't forget to follow the team. Everybody, Eric, go ahead and put yourself over. What's your Twitter tag?
At Sorcom Review.
Kristen, put yourself over. What's your hashtag? Or what's your Twitter tag?
My Twitter tag, Dining at Disney.
Yep, Jeff Davis.
Instead of hashtag, I'm like, what?
Okay.
Nope.
Either at DW_60 or at Jeff Davis 75.
There you go. At Jedi Mouseketeer, follow it. At WDW After Dark, go ahead and do that. WDW After Dark. Webcast on Twitter, and the credits roll. Good times. Hashtags from Easy E-Ray, After Darkers, Source of Radio Disney Fun Zone, King of Marshmallow Fluff, Special Freaking Laser Beams, Virtual Paper Doll, Twerking Troopers, Boob Watcher, Never Heard You Say Hussy, Making Sushi, Wait for Jeff, and Try It. And don't forget Gummy Bears. So we've got a few of those in there as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We're going to hopefully see you next week for another great WDW After Dark. Be sure to interact with us and keep it magical, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Take care. Have a good one.
Magical?
Keep it magical. All right. We're out of here.
Keep it magical.
All right.